Flash showtime with TripleG. Brace yourself for the things you'll see. From comic books to toys and more. And on cartoons that we adore. Pop culture, flicks and geeky stuff. We love it all and can't get enough. So settle in and enjoy the show. Please hit like and subscribe before you go.
How's it hanging, YouTube? Peter here, your Ginger Geordie Geek, and as usual, I am back with my good pal, Ephraim Passpoint Comics. How are you doing, sir?
We just made it in time. Well, today's December, but we're a couple of weeks late, folks. We're so busy all the time. But yeah, I'm fine. I'm really this is my favorite show. It's just talking comic books. Old and new. What we think of comic books coming out in the upcoming months. It's my favorite show to do.
Yeah, me too, pal. Me too. And today we are looking at January 2026. Can you believe it?
No, that I don't believe. So,
2026. Yeah. Craigie. So we've got lots to get through, guys. We'll jump to the chat. We've got Terry. Nice to see you, Terry. Hope you're doing well, pal. Trying to come up with anything I want tonight. We can't guarantee that, Terry. We're going to show you some nice books tonight. And we've got Wayne of the Deacon. Hello, how are you doing? Any Marvel comics? Fuzzy, we'll love a few Marvel comics. We do, pal. So we're going to be talking Marvel and Indie and DC, but mainly Marvel. Ephraim, are you ready, bud? Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Let's go.
Okay, let's go. So like I said, these are books coming out in January 2026, which is obscene. As usual, me and Ephraim have sent each other, it was me that collated them this time, so Ephraim sent me a load of images. We've not picked the same books. The ones that we have picked, which are the same, we'll talk about, but basically we're kind of doing it independently. So we each come up with a different list of books. And we are starting off with you, Ephraim.
Before we start, this was a tough month for me for some reason. I had to go back because when I first did my first go through this list, I didn't have that many books. I go, let me go back and double check. Something like I flipped through it so quick, I don't realize what I was doing, but these Alien books, I haven't read I think I've read Captain America 1, if it's come out. I'm not sure yet. There's been so many of them. I've really enjoyed these books a lot. So this is a continuation of Alien versus Captain America #3. Oh, Captain, my Captain, as Captain Marvel joins Captain America in his fight against Hydra's aliens, the secret and dark history between the Xenomorphs and the Kree is revealed. I went, wow, they're bringing back the original Captain Marvel to this storyline, which I thought was pretty cool. So I really have been enjoying this series so far. Knock on wood, they've been doing a good job.
Yeah, I really enjoyed issue 1. I thought it was really cool, interesting concept. So it's set during World War II. I'm looking forward to this one. The introduction of Captain Marvel is interesting, but it makes sense. So looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Terry's just saying, new Daredevil 1 due out, written by Stephanie Phillips. I saw that. From what I understand, it's not a retelling, but it's kind of, I think, going to move on from some of the continuity, ignore some of the continuity. I'll give it a go, and I know Ephraim will give it a go because I know you're a big Daredevil fan. Should be interesting.
Yep.
Next is moi. I've gone for this, Sorcerer Supreme issue #2. I'm quite intrigued by all this. This is kind of spilling out from the One World Under Doom, where Doom was the Sorcerer Supreme, and now that mantle has passed on to Wanda, we think. So really liking our new costume. We've talked about this on a couple of shows. But yeah, this looks cool. It says the Vishanti won't take the insult line down. It's Sorcerer Supreme versus Sorcerer Supreme as the upstart challenges the Vishanti's anointed champion. Yeah, I think it's going to be quite interesting. Love the artwork as well. The cover looks great.
Yeah, I'm glad they're doing this. To be honest with you, I always thought it was going to go back to Stephen Strange, just by default. But I'm glad they're not doing that, But he became the Sorcerer Supreme of Asgard. He was trying to. So I'm not sure what happened with it. I read it, but I don't remember what happened exactly.
I read the first issue or first 2 issues, and then I dropped off it. I don't know if it's concluded yet.
Yeah.
But yeah, interested in this. This could be really, really cool.
There we go.
This is you, Ephraim.
Anytime there's a Daredevil book in there, even if it's a crappy book, I'm going to read it. He's just my favorite character. This is Daredevil Punisher, the Devil's Trigger #3, spurred by the power vacuum left by absent Genucci crime family. An unprecedented crime wave has flooded the streets of New York. Left to face the rising violence and vitriol, Daredevil and the Punisher will have to put aside their differences to keep the criminals of New York from consuming it altogether. I know it's a regular storyline with criminals and, Hell's Kitchen, but I haven't read the first one. I don't think it's come out yet. But
no, it's out. It's out. Okay. Yeah, it was out last week or the week before.
I haven't read it yet, but I just really enjoy Daredevil books. It's just my soft spot. I'll read it. I'm proud of myself that I pronounced the Genucci, that word, correctly.
Well, we're assuming you've pronounced it correctly. Yeah. Issue 1 of this was pretty good. I enjoyed it. It's very much a traditional kind of Daredevil versus Punisher kind of tale. But yeah, it was good fun. I'll be reading on. We've got Andrew in. Evelyn Gents, please don't recommend me any comics. I cannot take any more. We'll try our best, but we can't promise. And we've got Phil. Why, hello there. Hello, Phil. Hope you're doing well. Phil's going to be joining us tomorrow night on Panel Breakers, so looking forward to chatting with Phil. 3 Punisher books out at the same time. Yeah, it's crackers. And it's confusing, Fuzzy, because I think I've talked before about Punisher and been talking about the wrong bloody book. So, I'm reading the one where he's mind-controlled by Kingpin, but I ain't read the other one, the Marvel Knights one. But I have read this one, and this one's pretty good. But it seems... Sorry, mate.
I'm sorry, Peter. In this one, really quick, is he still controlled by Kingpin?
No, this is kind of I can't work out whether this is set in the past or if it's just a totally different kind of story. But it is confusing when you've got the 3... He's not been around for bloody ages, and then all of a sudden we've got 3 books in the same couple of months. It's a bit crackers.
Yep.
Was this me or you?
I don't remember. It's been a while since I sent you the pictures, so.
Let's see what the next one is, because... Yeah. So this one's you, Efren.
Okay. So Iron Man is #1. It's another reboot. There's so many reboots. I just wish they would just leave the numbers alone. Yeah. I guess it must increase their sales. But myself personally, I just like the continuity. 1, 2, 3. Once they get to a high number, they're going to reintroduce the number system to this book, like they do with any other book. But this is Iron Man #1. I'm going to give it a try. Of course, any new books, I always give a try. The unapologetic Iron Man is a once-in-a-lifetime hero, but the beating heart behind the armor is a once-in-a-century genius. Years ago, Tony Stark was knocking on death's door, so he created the iron armor to survive. What happens the next time death comes calling? What weapons does he create then? What if someone else creates it first? So it looks like this is a what-if story. So I'm going to give it a try. It's #1, but I just wish they would quit rebooting books.
Joshua Williams, though, he's done some good stuff, I think. Hasn't someone remind us in the chat what Joshua Williams has done? I think from memory, he's pretty good. I can't remember, mind, but I'm sure he's not bad.
Yeah, it says here he was in, and before it says he was like in a powerful return to the hollow halls of Marvel. So looks like he might have been away for a little while.
Anybody in the chat know what books Joshua Williams has written recently? I recognise the name, but I can't quite place him. I've got to admit, I've never been a big fan of Tony Stark and comics. Me neither, Fuzz. I'll give this a shot. I've liked a few Iron Man tales. I quite liked it when he got the AI armor and stuff like that. And it took over him. But yeah, I think he's G.I. Joe stuff.
There you go. Thank you.
Okay, thanks, Fuzzy. Yeah, in which case, I'll probably give this a go. I've gone for this. Oh, he's the one doing DC Knockout.
Oh, okay.
Knockout, sorry.
KO.
King Omega. Yeah.
That's a good storyline.
Yeah. So I've gone for Dungeons of Doom. This is following on from, like I say, the One World Under Doom. A spill out of that. Have you read the last issue of that yet, Efren?
Not yet, no.
Okay, so you okay for spoilers?
Yeah, I'm okay.
So at the end of that, Doom apparently bites the bullet. He'll come back. But he leaves kind of all of his belongings and his last will and testament to Reed Richards. Wow. So I'm assuming this is linked to that in some way. It says in the aftermath of One World Under Doom, Doom's castle is empty and merciless. The superpowers of the world race to claim the control and untold power and technology that awaits inside. That could be quite interesting. So Doom's probably got all kinds of stuff set up in there. So I think that could be a fun little book. So yeah, I'll give that one a go. Speaking of Punisher, we're talking about Punisher before. This is you, Efren.
It's Punisher. Yeah, it's Red Band number 5. Continuation of, like I said, 3 Punisher books out there. Frank Castle's return to the Marvel Universe is cemented at last as Virtuoso Violence Benjamin Piercy and Julius Ota's Symphony of Slaughter reaches its killer crescendo. What? How was Frank plucked from Weird World? That's what I want to know too.
Yeah.
And what twists and turns are yet to come in this censor-shattering story? Is this the one where Kingpin's right there behind?
Yeah. So this is the one that I'm reading.
Yeah, that's the one I'm reading too.
Yeah.
And it's just amazing how that new Punisher just didn't catch on with anybody.
No.
Shield agent. Yeah, I read his story. I thought it was, pretty. It was a Punisher storyline, but yeah, it just didn't catch on. I don't know what.
Yeah, it was all right. Yeah, it was all right. But yeah, I've been enjoying this one. I think the interaction between Kingpin, Tombstone, and all the rest of them has been quite interesting. So yeah, I think this is a bit of fun. I know we've talked about it before, and I talked about it on my show at the weekend. This Red Band thing is just an absolute scam. Yeah. So this book is marked as a Red Band. They get to charge a little bit extra for that, and it comes polybagged or whatever. The latest issue of The Incredible Hulk is just as violent, if not more violent. But that's not Red Band. So I kind of... The only thing I can think of is it because it's linked to gun violence, perhaps. I don't know. It just seems a bit of a scam to me. The Doom books have been going on forever. Yeah, I agree, Fuzzy. It feels like it's been a long, drawn-out one, this. Well, must be at least 8-9 months, is it? Because I think the One World Under Doom miniseries was 8 issues. So yeah, Joshua Williamson did the whole Rebirth volume of Flash as well. Oh, okay, nice. Thank you, Terry. I picked this one. This is Wiccan, the Witch's Road. I am a bit of a sucker for Wiccan. I really enjoy him as a character. He was so in WandaVision as well, but I liked him before that, when he was a kind of a Thor-based character in the New Avengers. He's now like uber powerful. But yeah, I like this character. This is spinning off from the kind of the big cosmic thing that's happened recently, where him and Teddy, he's I don't know if they're married yet. I think they might have been married. Him and his husband were kind of cast adrift. Yes. So this is the beginnings of the witch's journey. Wiccan has been forced to make a deal with the Dark Witch to protect Teddy. But what are the witch's goals? What chaos will come from the dark and twisted quest? Just interested in reading it.
So before we go any further, these were Wiccan was one of Wanda's and Vision's kid that wasn't real. It was just her magic powers, right?
Yeah.
How did they? Yeah. Is anybody or is anybody that's watching us right now? How did they come? How did she get them to come back? I totally forgot how they did that. I don't know. I know it's a tough question to ask anybody. If anybody knows, that in the comment section, let us know. But I forget how they came back.
I can't remember. I've got a feeling she just subconsciously recreated them or something.
Created them. Okay.
I can't remember, Efren, to be perfectly frank.
Yeah.
Marvel crossover being long and drawn out, never. Yeah. they do excuse me, they do milk it. Was Infernal Hulk good? I meant to grab it but forgot. Another new Hulk title out on Wednesday. Yeah, I really enjoyed it, Fuzzy. I really enjoyed it. I've done a little video about it. So yeah, it was good fun. I thought it was worth the read. I'll read on for a couple more issues and then make a decision. I can't remember if it was that. Are you talking MCU, Efren, or are you talking comics?
Comics.
Yeah, in the comics, I can't remember, Fuzzy.
Yeah, it just popped in my head,
Someone do a Google for it and find out.
Yeah.
How they came back. I can't remember. Might have been Agatha. Efren, Mortal Thor.
I've been loving this storyline. It's been good. I mean, first of all, the artwork, by Alex Ross, you can't miss his artwork every time, So basically, Thor is now mortal. He doesn't remember who he is. Again, this is the man called Thor is only a man. The Cobra is something else, and he's not alone. Donald Blake has sent 4 of Roxxon's deadliest assassins and Sigurd Jarlson, and they won't stop until he quits or he dies. Somewhere in the city, a man with a hammer has a choice to make. He doesn't remember who he is, and a couple of issues ago, he made like a hammer. That hammer he has there, he just signed like tied a rope to it so he could use it. I thought, wow, I think he subconsciously he does remember who he is, but it's not, up front he just doesn't know. So this has been a good storyline so far. I really have enjoyed it.
Yeah, I've been thoroughly enjoying this one. It's good fun.
Yeah,
it's good fun.
Yep.
Yeah. Inglorious X-Force. I think we'll both pick this one. Love that cover. It's got some of my favourite characters on. Archangel's always a big fan. Boom Boom. Don't say enough of her. Helverine and, of course, Cable. So this is Inglorious Vengeance. Cable returns from the future with a handful of clues and a gaping hole in his memory. An assassination is at hand, and it's up to Helverine, Archangel, and his former teammates, Boom Boom, to follow Cable's lead into the fire. This particular group just always appeals to me. So, yeah, I'll definitely give this one a go. You into this one, Efren?
I agree with you. Boom Boom is one of my favorite characters, but she's underused. I mean, she reminds me a little bit of Jubilee. I think they kind of mesh together, so maybe that's why they don't show her as much. But I always liked her attitude. So, I think this is a good lineup. Hopefully, they'll keep it going for a while. Let it grow, But most of these books, sometimes they just cut them short, So hopefully this will be a good book to read.
Yeah, they seem to bin them quickly these days, don't they? Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolute Batman.
I think I picked this one, right? Did you pick it too?
Can't remember.
I remember. It's been a while. So, we're old. When we send each other the list, the minute we send each other our list, we just forget. But this is I just really have been enjoying the books, Absolute Batman and Absolute Wonder Woman and Superman, all of them. Absolute Batman in Hell, part 2 of our Absolute Batman, Absolute Wonder Woman story. Bruce Wayne is on a desperate hunt to help his friend Wayland, now transformed into a monstrous crocodile roaming the sewers, consumed with a deadly hunger. Batman's last option for a cure is to turn to God for help, but will he have to descend into the depths of hell to get it? What Bane did to Batman's friends, I was like, dang, I read that storyline. I had to go back a couple times to read it again to make sure exactly, whoa, he really messed up his friends really bad, and himself too, So this has been a good story. I love this cover.
Yeah, I'm loving the series. Absolutely loving the series. So yeah, highly recommended this one. The last issue was really strong as well, where he fought Bane. Crossover. It had to happen at some point, I guess. I hope it doesn't diminish the book in any way. But yeah, looking forward to this. Love the Absolute Wonder Woman series as well. In fact, most of them are good. Sorry.
Do you remember Absolute series? The whole series was supposed to be like a limited series, but it seems just to be going on and on now.
It's kind of linked to this DC KO, but it's been so popular, I can't see them stopping it. So basically, in the DC KO, Darkseid is created, or there is a world that feeds and fuels on the negative kind of energy, and that's where all these characters are in the Absolute universe. So I kind of assumed at some point that would end, but I don't know. I think this has become more popular than they probably anticipated, so they would be foolish to bin it.
DCKO just came out a couple months ago, right? But this has been going on these storylines have been going on for almost 2 years now.
Yeah, but it's DCKO is kind of the accumulation of a whole host of stories. Okay. So there was DC All In before that, I think.
Oh yeah, okay.
Where Booster Gold travelled to this new Absolute universe and stuff. I think it's all linked into that.
Okay.
You've definitely picked this one, Efren.
Oh my God, this is a good Batman Superman World's Finest, cover A by Dan Mora. I thought this was Ian Gist, but it looks like it's Dan Mora. I love this cover. Fusion versus merger. The combined might of Batman and Superman faces off against the combined might of the Joker and Lex Luthor in the knockdown, drag-out brawl of a conclusion to the merger. Someone is about to get their not-too-distant past kicked. I really have been enjoying this book since it came out. They're at number 47 already. It's not like present time, it's in the past. But I've read articles and I kind of agree. I think DC has taken over Marvel as far as writing and and storyline, in the last year or so. I really haven't been enjoying DC books more and more.
Yeah, me too, mate. Me too. I'm loving them. back into DC.
Yeah.
We've got Canadian Survivors. Nice to see you. Nice to see you, bud. Fuzzy, I think that's a variant. It's not Mora. Yeah,
Okay.
I think it's one of the variant covers.
I think it's Ian Gist, and who I have to send a message to because I forgot he was supposed to come and talk to us. I completely forgot to send him a message. I got to send him a new message.
Fuzzy, there's better books than Absolute Batman, but there's no book I have more fun with. Absolutely agree, Fuzzy. It makes no sense as a comic. It's batshit crazy, and it's silly. It does remind me at times of the Frank Miller Dark Knight kind of craziness. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's just entertaining and it's fun. Yeah, I'm loving it. I am loving it. Next, I've picked this one. Speaking of Dan Mora, this is Flash issue 29. I've gone for this because, one, the cover jumped out at us. I loved the cover. But also, we're back at being written by Mark Waid. Mark Waid, one of my all-time favourite Flash writers, and writers in general, really. So I've decided I am going to pick back up with Flash. This is part of the DC Kyo spin-offs. The Dark Legion, which are Darkseid's bad guys, chase the Flash and Impulse through a pivotal moment in Flash history. The moment where Barry Allen was struck by lightning. So yeah, definitely give that a go. Love the cover on it. And it's Mark Waid. So you can't go wrong with Mark Waid.
Wow, I completely missed this one when I was going through the list. I stopped reading the Flash because it just got too much. I don't know why. I just didn't like it. You know,
it was rubbish. I went back and tried it, Efren. I dipped out and in, and then I picked it up. The latest run for about 5 issues. I persevered, and I just couldn't get away with it. It was just not good.
Is this Mark Waid's first, not first book that he's written for the Flash, but it's his first arc for this series? That's going to be written by Mark Waid. Has it been like the number 28? You know if that's Mark Waid or?
I think so. I think he's just come back recently. I think this is probably the second or third issue he's done. But yeah, looking forward to that one.
I agree with you. I missed that one completely. I'm going to pick it up. Yeah. This is old school. I remember when this book came out. I had this book, and it's one of these bigger books. I lost them all. I have no idea what the heck I did with them, but I used to have a whole bunch of them. So this is the 50th anniversary Treasury edition, Superman versus the Amazing Spider-Man #1, facsimile edition, written by Jerry Conway, artist Ross Andrew, Neil Adams, John Romita Sr. You can go on and on and on. This is old school at its most. Luthor and Doc Ock, Lex Luthor and Dr. Octopus, two diabolical geniuses, have joined forces to blackmail the world and exact revenge upon their two most hated foes. So when this book came out, I mean, I was a kid. So when this book came out, and I enjoyed it, and this just brings back a lot of memories.
Yeah, it looks amazing. Absolutely amazing. I've read this one before.
Yeah.
That's a classic cover.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to go back through and look at my Treasury editions. If I've got this original one, I'll not pick this up. But if I haven't got the original, I might well pick this up. I'll have to have a look and check.
I completely lost mine. So
Fuzzy, I dropped Absolute Flash last issue. Absolute Flash did nothing for us, Fuzzy, and I'm a big Flash fan. Yeah, I gave it 2 issues, I think, and I just couldn't get back into it. Are you still reading Absolute Martian Manhunter, Fuzzy? Because again, I feel like I've missed that. I don't know if it disappeared for a while, but I haven't read that for a long time. But yeah, I binned Flash. Couldn't be chewed with it. Just couldn't be chewed. I've gone for this DC Kyo. We've been talking about that a lot. This is DC Kyo issue number 3. Didn't realise it was only 5 issues. Really enjoying this series. We know there's big things coming. We know we're going to get the Absolute Universe joining the fray. We also know there's going to be some spin-offs with some crazy characters like Homelander, Sub-Zero, and characters like that. So that's going to be really interesting. The Elite 8 remain, and all hell is going to break loose. It's tag team time as the Omega tournament reaches its end game. The final 8 combatants are put to the ultimate test. Yeah, just enjoying this. It's, again, a bit like Fuzzy described with Absolute Batman. It's just fun. Do you know what I mean? You haven't got to think too hard about it. It's just good fighting classic comic books. Yeah, I'm enjoying it. Terry saying issue 26 was Mark Waid's first issue.
Thank you.
Martian Manhunter's been on a break. Ah, right, that'll explain it, Fuzzy. Did six issues, then took a break to write 6 more because it was so popular. Okay. Good stuff. I've gone for this one as well, Ephraim. This one's one of mine as well. I know you've tried to read this, but you weren't a fan.
I was confused.
Yeah, I love this book. I know I've been saying it on a few occasions about different books. Contender for top 5 book of the year. The sort of crisis events. Time's broken basically, and it fluctuates, and you get all kinds of really interesting, heartfelt stories. Each issue is a standalone book. Yeah, just loving it. So this issue is Life in the Gutter. A homeless comic book artist falls into the gutters, literally. Can Wally find his way back to life and reality, or is he lost in the blank white spaces between panels forever? I think that's very cool. Oh, Fuzzy's with us, top 5 book. Same, Fuzzy. Same. I think mine and yours top 5s are going to be very similar, pal. So yeah, good stuff. Friend, you've pinched one of mine.
Yeah, I started reading this book because of you, and I think maybe because of Fuzzy also. I think he was talking about this. It's not, I apologize, but I know from you I really wasn't about to read it, but I'm going to give it a try. I really have enjoyed this book. It took me a while to get why the zombies didn't, go after him, and you told me why. I go, okay, duh. But this is Everything Dead and Dying 5 of 5. The series comes to an end. Death comes to Caverton. I like books that aren't too extended when it's a miniseries. Sometimes like when it's 10 or 12 issues, I think it's a little bit too much. KO's only 5 and this one's only 5. But I really have been enjoying this book more than I thought I would.
Yeah, I absolutely love this one. It's one of my favourites. Again, contender for book of the year for me.
Yeah.
Good at its end with issue 5. But then sometimes I don't want more. Do you know what I mean? It's one of those weird things that you're sad when a really good book ends, but then I don't want them to string it out further and diminish the story.
Yep.
If I think of something like Stray Dogs, that first run was phenomenal, and then they did it a disservice by doing the dog days and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So for me, this is going to be a beautiful little story that I will definitely pick up in a nice hardback format to keep and refer back to. Just love it. Great story.
Storyline.
Yeah. Moving on. Oh, God, man. Banger after banger. Again, potentially book of the year, top 5 book of the year for me. You reading this one yet, Efren?
No. It's completely missed this book. Now it's on my radar. Yeah. Okay.
This is by Rick Remender. This is Escape issue number 6. Artwork by Daniel Acuna. Just one of the books of the year for me. One of the books of the year. Basically, just if you've not read it, if you're not familiar, it's basically set during kind of World War II.
Mm-hmm.
And I can never get the word right. Fuzzy always has to help us. Anthropomorphic, I can't say it. Animal men, basically. And it's a bomb and raid on enemy territory, and he crashes, basically. And it's about how he's trying to get through the enemy territory, but it keeps jumping backwards to him and his girlfriend / wife before he goes to war. In the thank you, Fuzzy. Thank you, Terry. Thank you, everybody. Yeah, I still can't say it. Anthropomorphic. Yeah. But the thing I'm loving about it, Efren, is, and I keep saying this, is that there's no good guys in this. Okay. We're following the main character here, but it's all about the horror of war and about how in war there's no winners really, and we're all killing each other, and children are dying on each side, and it's really, it's a hard read in terms of emotional, but it's full of action. Artwork's phenomenal. Yeah, it's just spot on. Fuzzy's saying this is his number 1. Yeah.
Wow. Dang.
Yeah. Again, though, Fuzzy, I hope they're not going to string this out too much. I kind of want this to be a one and done. Do you know what I mean? I don't know how long you can play the story. I don't know. I've got a lot of faith in Rick Remender, mind. He's a great writer. Great writer. SHP Comics Aerotech issue 1 was a lot of fun. Not heard of that one.
No.
You heard of that one, Efren?
No, never heard of it.
Never heard of that one. I'll
What's
check that one out.
SHP?
Who's SHP Comics? Don't even know who.
I never even heard of them.
Yeah. Interesting. We'll check that one out, Terry. Send us the link, Terry, please.
Yeah, please.
Hyde Street. This is yours.
This has been one of my. I never thought about having a top 10 list, but this has been one of my top 10 lists. For this year, High Street number 12. This is The Butcher Part 2. The Butcher of High Street has escaped, and the tremors are felt in every shadow corner of the neighborhood. A fear grips the residents. One question hangs in the air: who will be his next victim? This is almost like a Twilight Zone story where a person turns the corner and they end up on High Street. Yeah. You know, there've been fascinating characters. The X-ray guy, the Boy Scout kid that got stuck. He put like a werewolf helmet, a mask on, but he found out he can't take it off.
Yeah, they got
you
one.
know?
Yeah.
And it's just been a really fun story to read. You know, so I really have enjoyed this so far.
Yeah, me too. Jeff Jones does amazing work. I know we've talked about him before, but really, I mean, he is one of the best writers in comics. And the thing with Jeff Jones is he just manages to churn it out.
Yeah.
You know, we've got such delays on some books, but Jeff seems to always manage to push stuff out. So yeah, very, very good. I think we'll both pick this one, Ephraim. Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees, Rite of Spring, issue number 5. The most surprising cliffhanger is in this comic, so that's interesting. We're going to discover what Samantha's endgame has been, because she's been a bit odd this series.
Yeah.
Been a bit odd in terms of what she's getting to do and all the rest of it. I'm still enjoying this. I think it's fair to say it's not blown us away as much as the first series did, but I am excuse me, I am still enjoying it. Looking forward to seeing how it plays out. Ridiculous amount of variant covers for this. Fuzzy, are you still trying to collect all the variant covers? But yeah, it's a good read. You still enjoying it, Ephraim?
I have been enjoying it. I agree with you. The first volume was better because it's the first volume, you know, but this cover is awesome. I've seen this one. Whoa, look at this cover. I forget if anybody in the comments knows also, why is this character doing all this? Is it something that happened in their past, or has that been explained yet? No?
Psycho. She's
Okay.
she in one of the earlier issues, she snaps and kills her parents, and we think that was that her first kill. I think.
I think so.
Yeah. Yes. No, she's just a psycho. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say this has been a letdown. I think I'm with you, Fuzzy, and I don't know that I'm surprised because, Patrick did that other book, didn't he? And it did nothing for us, that one shot. And I think at that point I thought, oh God, I hope this guy's not a one-trick pony. I don't think I've read anything else by him that's blown us away.
I just noticed the cover artist is Tony Fleece, who did Stray Dogs.
Yeah.
All the covers for Stray Dogs, yeah.
Is it completely wrong if I've become worryingly addicted to foil? Nah, I love a foil. I love a gimmick cover. I think there's nothing wrong with a foil or a hologram or a lenticular or whatever. Love a gimmick cover. You've picked this one, Ephraim.
Malevolent, number 1. I just thought the cover was unique. I go, what is going on here? So 30 years ago, we unleashed demons into the world, but humans can adapt to anything, even a demon-haunted world. But now humanity has created something new, a weapon that can kill demons if she doesn't kill us first. New ongoing by Justin Jordan. So that's all they say about this book. I thought I'd give it a try. It's a number 1. Comes with the unleashed demons in the world. So I'll give it a try, see how it is.
Yeah, give it a go. Sounds interesting. Yep. I've just had the foil cover for the new Nova number 1, and I'm just sitting stroking it. You dirty boy. What are you stroking? It's a good issue that actually. Good issue. I enjoyed it. Yeah, this is Crownsville. I don't know if you've read issue number 1 yet, Ephraim. This is by Rodney Barnes. This is really cool. I enjoyed the first issue. I know you're a big Rodney Barnes fan.
Yeah.
But basically it's set in a kind of a hospital where something was done to a load of children. And these 3 or 4 characters, there's a kind of a night watchman, a reporter, and a policeman, are all kind of coming together to start exploring what went on. It's a proper ghost story. As Rodney does. Rodney does some great work in this kind of area. So yeah, I'm enjoying that one. Issue 1 was great. Looking forward to getting more into it. Recommend people check that one out. Artwork's stunning as well. Stunning artwork. there we go. Fuzzy's saying the art in this is perfect. Fuzzy is like, me and you are like mind melded or something.
Yeah, I know.
Need to buy Rich's right a razor. Yeah, I agree, pal. I agree. I don't know what this obsession with giving people facial hair is. Anyway. Frank, bit of red coat.
Yeah, Red Coat number 17. This is an ongoing storyline in this universe, written by Jeff Jones. Cheers, mate. Simon Pure here, the roguishly handsome immortal soldier whose amusing adventures you've no doubt been following. Alas, I cannot in good conscience tell you much about this chapter of my sword past. Least of all before you spy issue 15 surprise so spectacular. Well, I'd best leave it at that. Doesn't tell us much. But if anybody has been reading Red Coat, it's a really good storyline where he has immortality since like the Revolutionary War. But the caveat is he can't leave the United States. He has to stay in this country for him to have immortality. And he's come across, characters in history like Albert Einstein, for one. That was a young Albert Einstein. That was a good storyline. And other characters, historical figures throughout history. So it's been a good read so far. I have been enjoying this.
Again, it's just a fun story, isn't it?
Fun story.
Yeah, I've been enjoying this one as well. I wanted to mention this because I've been reading this and it's not one I've talked about, I don't think, before. This is The Phantom, issue number 4 by Freddie Williams II. I've been aware of the character of the Phantom for a long, long time from Defenders of the Earth. I've watched the movie with Billy Zane, but I don't know that I've ever really read much Phantom comics. So I picked up issue 1 of this from Mad Cave just to give it a go, and I absolutely loved it. I really, really enjoyed it. It's a pretty basic story. The Phantom is in the jungle protecting these his villagers and things, and there's a drug bust, or aircraft crashes with lots of drugs on board, and the drug cartels invade the little village. It's on to issue 2, I think, I've just read. And it's starting to heat up. The Phantom's now kind of setting traps and things and jumping around the trees and things, and really enjoying it. Great character, interesting character. So yeah, I am enjoying this one. It's worth picking up if you're into. I just want to try something new.
Yeah.
Ray Fawkes wrote that miniseries Little Black Book last year. Oh yeah, I enjoyed that one. Fuzzy. That was good. Little Black Book. I didn't realise it was the same guy. So yeah, worth reading this one. Good. Arcadia.
Arcadia number 2. Its book hasn't come out yet, but the writer is Inaki Miranda and his brother Roy Miranda. They wrote that storyline. What was it called? I'm trying to think about. I know we really liked it, and it had like music in the covers. When you open it up, you did like a QR code. We Live. The writers of We Live. So this is Arcadia number 2. Life is looking good for young Halu. His relationship with Fix is growing, and he's starting to get the hang of being a scavenger. On his latest hunt, he encounters a group of violent ferals, but he also uncovers treasure and an Uber pill. What will he do with such a coveted item? So I haven't read the first one. I don't think it's out yet, but I'm going to give it a try because I really like We Live, the first volume of it. And this is done by the Miranda brothers who did We Live.
Okay. I've never heard of this one. I wonder if it's connected to We Live in any way.
No. Like I said, book 1 I don't believe is out yet. It's going to come out, but I'm going to give it a try.
I've been banging on about this one for a little while. Really enjoying this. This is The Last Starship, issue number 4. Basically, this is set in, I think, the Defiant timeline where all the warp coils have detonated and they've resurrected good old James T. Kirk. It's been a fun series so far. Not one I've never really gotten into Star Trek comic books, but this one's very, very cool. I like the ship as well, the USS Omega. So yeah, worth a read. This one, I think this is good fun.
Cool. This one is a trade back. I just like this cover. I mean, it reminded me of old school horror movies that I used to watch as a kid. This is London After Midnight, written by Ron Chaney. A lost piece of film history has returned with an official graphic novel adaptation. So originally released in 1927, starring the iconic Hollywood legend Lon Chaney. And I wonder if Ron Chaney is related to him. So I just really thought this was a cool book to read. I'm going to give this book a try, see what it is.
Yeah. I know the title London After Midnight, but I don't think I've seen it or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, looks interesting. Looks cool. I saw this one and I thought, what in the hell is that? This is Babs: The Black Road South. Now, this is a sequel to another series with Babs that I've not seen before, but it caught my attention because I like the look of the cover, I like the art style, but it's written by Garth Ennis, and I'm a big fan of Garth Ennis. He writes some pretty crazy books, so I thought I would give this a little read and see what it's like. And the synopsis grabbed us straight away. Babs is sharp, subversive, hilarious, and absolutely one of the best comics of 2024, says CBR, and now the hit Ennis Burroughs sword and sorcery satire returns. A day of over-the-top carnage in a gladiator arena leads Babs and her partner in barbarism, Izzy, directly into a strange, unfamiliar, bizarre situation. Just sounds cool. Terry's just saying in the comments here, Babs was very funny. I'll have to check it out, Terry. I'll have to check it out. I'll have to get the first series and then give this one a go. But Garth Ennis does some cracking stuff. So yeah, Babs was good, bonkers, but good. I don't know how I've missed it.
Yeah, I haven't heard it.
Yeah, never seen that one. So yeah, I'll definitely check that one out.
Spirit of the Shadows #1, another #1. So that's why I'm giving it a try. The Spirit of the Shadows draws near from the darkest recesses with acclaimed cartoonist Nick Cagnetti and co-creator Danielle Ziegler comes the most visually stunning, outrageously outwardly, and hauntingly heartfelt superhero horror hit of 2026. So I don't know how they know that already, but so I'm going to give this book a try. It's called Spirit of the Shadows #1 by Uni. And I don't think I've read too many publications from Uni.
I've read a few. But this one sounds, I've never even seen that one before. So this is what I like about the show. You bring stuff that I've not really.
Yep.
So yeah, I'll give it a go.
Did you pick this?
No,
Or we did this one already.
It's the same. Yeah, it's the same
I
one.
think we did this one already. Yeah, we could go on. Nope.
That must be all the books. That's all the books we've gone for on this occasion. So now we're looking at a few books that we ain't going to read. And as we say every time, ladies and gents, this is very much just our personal feelings, our personal views. Some people will love these books, some people won't. But we've gone for these two. I'll start off. Twilight Zone, issue #4. I read issue 1. Issue 2 did nothing for us at all. Issue 1 was okay at best. Issue 2 was dire. So I'm afraid, sadly, I'm going to have to step away from this series. I may dip back in at some point, but yeah, I'm not sure on this one. I'm afraid I'm not sure on this one. It's not done anything for us, which is sad because it's a great property, and I love an anthology style book. So slightly gutted that this hasn't done it for us. So yeah, not be reading on. Hulk smashes everything. Ephraim, this one you've picked.
Yeah, this may be a good storyline. Both of these books may be good. Like these are just our opinions, but I just kind of again he smashes everything. This time he's going back to the dinosaurs to be among some of the fiercest creatures to ever roam the earth during his prehistoric age until Hulk arrived. So I don't know. I mean, it's like been there, done that. You know, did they really have to do this? So I just think it's too much.
Same stuff, different day in it. So
yeah,
I don't know that I'll be reading that either. I don't know if we've got any out now books. I don't know what's going on with the slides. Some of these are old slides, so I'm not quite sure if they've jumped over or not. Reviews. Ephraim, you've gone for Gunpowder Prophets.
I totally found this book by accident. Earlier, and we were doing this show, we said, books just to read for fun. And that's what Gunpowder Prophets #1 is. It reminds me a little bit of the Winchesters from that show.
Supernatural.
Sorry, I can't believe I forgot the name of it. But it's just these guys. It says Huck and Marley help people for money. Well, in theory anyway. For some reason, their help always seems to involve massive amounts of property damage, a somehow guaranteed collision with the supernatural, and if Marley has his way, a huge body count. They're the Gunpowder Prophets, and a simple job rescuing a girl from a backwoods cult turns weird when the super groovy leader's supernatural powers turn out to be very, very real. It's a 70s style book. It's just fun book to read. Nothing new, nothing thought provoking. But I haven't been enjoying this book, and it caught me completely by surprise. I gave it a try, and I go, "Well, this is a pretty good reading book."
Never even heard of that one. Never heard
it's
of
fun
it.
to read. Nothing too serious. It's a fun book to read.
Fuzzy says he read issue 1 of this, never found issue 2 though. Okay. SM, nice to see you. Hope you're doing well. Then I went for the Mortal Thor issue number 4. I've read that last week. This was really interesting. So I am thoroughly enjoying the Mortal Thor story, which is focusing very much on Sigurd, who's the kind of the version of Thor stuck on Earth. This issue took a bit of a different beat, and it was back on Asgard with, I can't remember what he's called, but this guy who's Thor's son. And is it Madrai or Magi? Magi, I think he's called Magi. And he's kind of wrestling with the idea of taking on the Odin force and becoming the ruler of Asgard, because he's from a different reality. He's not our reality. He's kind of God, as it were. This was fun, just a fun issue. Enchantress is in there doing some kind of stuff behind the scene, trying to cause mischief and mayhem. We've got the rock trolls and all the rest of it, and some good stuff with the Warriors 3. So yeah, really enjoyed this. Just a great series. I am enjoying this one. It's well worth picking up if you haven't read it yourselves. Next, we've picked some classic covers. Forgive us if I've picked this one before, but I've gone for New Warriors issue number 1. Got a lot of time for this book. I think New Warriors is a cracking little series, particularly the early kind of first 20 issues.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I think this might be the first appearance of Night Thrasher. The rest of the characters, Marvel Boy and Namorita and Nova and all the rest of it, appeared in different books and different origin issues. Not quite sure why they decided to call Nova Kid Nova instead of... I'm not sure what that was all about. But I do think it is the first appearance of Night Thrasher, which is pretty cool. Just love the cover. Love the book. Love that early style of comic book telling. This is one of the books that kind of got me back into reading comics back in the 90s. Just very cool. Great little series. This great little storyline where Van Sostrovic, Marvel Boy, his dad's abusive. I don't know if you've read that one, Efren, but his dad's abusive and beats him and his mother quite often.
Remember? Yeah.
And there's a great couple of issues where he lashes out with his telekinesis to protect himself, and ends up, I think he kills his dad and ends up in jail.
Right. Yeah, I remember that now. Yeah.
Very heavy story, but a really nice kind of, well, a good story in terms of getting it out there, I guess, about domestic violence and abuse. Yeah. So yeah, great little series. Sorry, prattled on there, Efren. No, what about yours?
Hey, that's a good pick, Peter. I love this cover. They've had other, new warriors, throughout the years, but I think this original team, I wish they would have kept them around in some way. I love this cover that you picked because it has old comic books in the background, and they're smashing through them, almost like the X-Men book, from Giant Size X-Men. Mine was like a 1960s book, and this is Marvel Superheroes. Just like your book, I like the covers that has a lot of characters on there. Yeah. And they're like coming at you, and these are just retelling of stories from the 60s. But they have all these, and you have all these different characters, and all these characters are in the book, but they're just basically like reprints. And this damn book only cost 25 cents when they first came out.
I bet it's a little bit more than that now.
Yeah, I just love this cover, man. It shows some Avengers, Submariner, the X-Men on there. This is a pretty cool cover.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah. I love those old versions of the characters and the costumes and everything. Yeah. And that image of Thor's spot on.
Yep.
Love it. Very, very cool. Very cool. Sorry I haven't been able to tune in for a couple of weeks, man. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Man, I am sorry to hear that. Shazni, I hope she's all right. Night Thrasher got a re-release last year. It wasn't great. Yeah, it was naff. I really didn't like it, Fuzzy. I went in expecting big things, but it was pretty dire. No. Hope everything gets better. Thanks, Fuzzy. She had a mild stroke, unfortunately. It's really sorry to hear that, Shazni. Yeah. Okie dokie, that's it. That's we've come to the end of the show. We're getting slick at these, Efren.
Yeah, I know.
We're
That's
getting
an hour,
slick at
right?
these.
Hang on, let me pick some more books. Good luck, Luther.
Just to say, we are live again tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. Myself, Efren, Phil, and Sorrel will be doing all the usual news and reviews, talking a little bit about movies, TV, and all the rest of it, comic books. We've got some interesting stuff to go over tomorrow, so please do join me at 8 o'clock over on my channel on TripleG Comics. Efren, what have you got coming out at the moment? Anything exciting?
No. So I'm just doing your show tomorrow, which is exciting. I throw shorts in every now and then and do videos, unboxing. I ordered a Lego set, and I'm gonna try to do a video of it. Taping me, building it together. So it's one of my favorite genres. This is basically my first Lego I have ever bought.
Nice.
So I had to get this. It's coming tomorrow. I'm gonna try to build it and do a video on it so I can show everybody. Peter knows what it is. I already told him.
How long is it since you've done Lego?
I've never done Lego.
Okay. Brace yourself, Efren, for frustration, and this is going to take you a long time. You're not going to get this done in an hour or so.
Okay.
This is going to take you days. All right.
I like doing puzzles, so I'm gonna do it and videotape myself doing it.
Please do tape yourself doing it.
Yeah. I'm just, I can tape myself doing it. I know it's gonna take a while. Don't the pieces come in separate bags though? And then
They do. Yeah. Ignore them. Lego is a piece of it. Not when you've got sausage fingers, Andrew. Not when you've got sausage fingers. Yeah.
My very first Lego. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's going to be fun, mate. That is going to, and it's a cracking set you've got. I'm quite jealous.
Yeah.
Although I couldn't bear. No. Anyway, that's your whack for the time being, ladies and gents. Check back 8 o'clock tomorrow. I am going to be trying to go live every night for the next 25 nights. 24, I'm not going to do Christmas Day. Opening my Blockies Advent calendar. This is what I've getting today. A Bumblebee. So yeah, if you're into that kind of thing, please do check it out. Every day going live for about 10 minutes just to do that kind of stuff. Right. Okie dokie. That's your whack. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. We really do appreciate you jumping by, and we'll see you tomorrow night. See you in a bit. Bye.
Bye.
The curtains close. It's time to go. We really hope you enjoyed the show. Check out my channel for more geeky fun and hit like, subscribe before you run. All that remains is our thanks to you from Triple G and his YouTube crew. We really do hope you come on back, but for now, that's your whack. Yeah, that's your whack.